Meow, I'm Huples Cat. It's Saturday the 13th of September 2025 and today we're going to start our trail adventure in Frontenac Park.
There it goes.
With female. So last time we were here we did the Buffalo Head Trail and it's absolutely brilliant. I do recommend it. This time we're just going to do the Arkon Trail. We're not going to try and do the little Salmon Loop or anything else. We might pop down there and do Arab Lake and maybe even Dow as well. So it is a weekend, it's about 9 o'clock and the car park's pretty much almost full here, which would be irritating because you have to go elsewhere. It would be much more of a hike. And this is Arab Lake in the morning. Gorgeous. And there's Kitty in the morning. So I'm kind of not wanting to take huge amounts of videos because this is about the challenge, not so much the individual trails. So I'm still on the first trail and this is absolutely wonderful. International Bug Rescuer has found a dead cicada. So there's another fabulous beaver dam. Although it's just the 13th of September, we've had cold nights, so the trees are turning. Here we are at the Buffalo Head Trail. I do recommend that. But today we're going to head off to campsite 7. We're not quite get to campsite 7 and it's 2.4 kilometres. One of the smaller lakes, that's Arkon. This is a ring bog and apparently there's lots of black spruce around. The really cool thing about Frontenac Park isn't the fact they've got like basically 12 to 13 trails, a fairly good long length. Every trail alters as you walk along it and every trail is different from everyone else and every trail has moments of incredible sublime beauty. How's it going, Kitty?
Very good.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
So we've decided to do the Doe and the Arab Lake. They're two small trails. One's 1.5k and one is 3k. Do the Arab Lake first. See the brown thing? That's a deer. Hello, dear. It's mostly broad walking this one, and there's a bridge. Quite an intimidating gorge at times. It's 11 minutes and 25 seconds to get here. I'm not convinced that these distances are accurate. We have made it to Doe Lake Lookout, and there is Dow Lake in all its magnificence.
Beautiful, eh?
Well, it's a bit more sunny and a bit hotter, but a little more windy today. So today's adventure for day 2 of our challenge in Frontenac Park is going to be Cedar Lake. Cedar Lake's 14k, about 4 to 6 hours, so we'll probably be off it in about 5. And this is the only one we've actually ever done before. It's actually beautiful. So we're parked there, and what we're going to do is we're going to go down here past the portage to Arab Lake, where we had a beautiful swim a few years ago, and then to the entry to the West Arkon, and then continue onwards, and then we're going to take this. And we're going to do this all the way to campsite 2, then go this way, and up here, and up here, and then here. And that will be our 4th trail. Today I'm not taking the camera. We have been on this one before. It is absolutely beautiful, but the camera's heavy, and this is going to get quite challenging. So we just finished the trail. What trail did we do, Kitty?
We did Cedar Trail.
And how far was that?
14 kilometres.
And it took us just over 4 hours, but we did stop for about half an hour and had a very long chat with somebody.
We did.
Who, if I like her website, I will put in the description. And tomorrow we're planning to do 17k. I'm getting tired, Kitty is not. Not a lot you can do for a porcupine that's got something wrong with its leg.
So we do have to do both of these.
Well,
all three of these.
Yeah.
So we could do big salmon, which is 17 in one big loop.
Yeah.
We could do little salmon.
On its own.
On its own, and then another day come and do that. Or if we get to this point and feel excited, like we can go on, we could do them both.
Spectacular views, very nice trail so far. So we just came out of the forest. It's been a kind of pleasant walk for the first 25 minutes and we got our first real glimpse of Big Salmon Lake. And we still haven't decided if we're going to do Big Salmon Loop or Little Salmon Loop or Little Clear or both of them, we don't know. Just come out of a 5-mile section of evergreens, absolutely beautiful. We're scrambling at this point, getting a little harder, and we just emerged into this. Absolutely fabulous. So we're on the southern part of Little Clear Lake Loop, and having done the southern part of Little Salmon Lake, and we're going to do what we originally said, we're going to do Big Salmon 17 or so, 17.6k, and we've come across some industrial garbage.
Old bottles.
You want an old bottle? There is the hose pipe, and Kitty's found an old black stinking pack. What's really incredible at the Green Homestead, and some of the buildings are still there, and Kitty found a caterpillar. Another critter. These are emergency supply buckets. They're scattered around the park. Not that many of them. But in theory, inside it, we have everything we need to survive a night. And there you go. Absolutely staggering that they cleared the trees, cleared the rocks, and then tried to actually farm here. Totally impossible on this kind of land. And this is the famous Thor truck. Broke down many moons ago, and here it is. And now it's basically an artifact of a bygone age. Yep, you rode on top of the gas container. No seatbelts. So we're about to leave the green homestead, going past the gates. So we're stopping here for a wrap, just off the trail. And we're actually looking at Little Clear Lake. We had an amazing view of a bird of prey, and I think it was an osprey. So we just come down there, and look at what Kitty's walking towards. We're on a portage section. That's Little Clear Lake. And that would be a turtle. No, Kitty is wrong. That would be two turtles. Kitty's found an old dead birch tree.
It's not a bird. So.
That is not a bird. That would be probably a bear. I mean, it could be a wolverine, but it's unlikely. Not for the insects. The problem we're having on this trail so far is not the fact that it's difficult, because it actually isn't really that difficult. It hasn't been so far. It's just like beautiful. So you're kind of constantly stopping and gawking and looking. Which I guess is the point, not just to go for as fast as you can, but it's certainly impressive.
We did say we were going to take our time and smell the roses, and these are the roses too.
Yes. Now at the far eastern section of Little Clear Lake.
Two?
Two.
One big one.
There's an old building. This is the McCormick homestead, hand built. Somebody lived in this.
Sheep here.
Pardon?
George McCormick had sheep here.
This is a sheep pen.
Tending his sheep. He was at Black Lake in 1930. Look at where he lived.
Wow. This is just after the McCormick homestead. It's about 2.3 kilometres of this old road. Quite strange, didn't expect to find that. We're almost at the far east of our journey on this one. Then we'll turn south and then west. Well, we're finally off the road and we're back in woods. I'm glad we're back in the woods because we both forgot our hats. Tried to buy them at a convenience store, but it was slow season and they were sold out. Won't forget that again.
People don't portage this way.
Yeah.
They go straight that way.
That's why.
And then they're like, fuck.
Speaking of which, so you have these signs everywhere. These yellow ones are portage. You see an orange sign in a tree, it's a campsite. And we're at an intersection here, and that is Black Lake. And in 666 metres, we will portage all the way to Big Clear Lake. So make sure you have a map, because actually Big Salmon Loop is that way. And you wouldn't really kind of know it. You might get confused. I've seen Big Salmon Loop marked, I think, twice now, and we've gone like maybe 12 kilometres. They're very kind, and they put the portage signs where you might see it with a kuno on your head. You won't tell from this, but that portage is brutal, at least the beginning of it. We're now in our 4th hour. Onwards, probably got about another 3. Are we at the top yet, Kitty? No, well, we've been steadily climbing. That's the view we get because of it. Actually, we've climbed a lot higher than down there. Kitty, we're in the middle of a forest.
We are.
Just you and the bears.
The bears.
They do try to make it easy for you. Quite a height now. Kitty's just up there. So for giggles, we just did about another 3 kilometres, 1.5 kilometres out, 1.5 kilometres back, up a big mountain and down a big mountain, to get to what turned out to be campsite 17, which is not marked on the maps at all. So it was an interesting little detour. This is our second spot for a wrap. Leave a magnificent tree. Well, we may or may not be on the right trail, but it's beautiful. There would be little turtles. A nice little bridge by the beaver dam. So this is Big Salmon Lake. This is the portage to go to La Belle Lake. And it's very, very picture-worthy. So the trail's 17k, so we're doing at least 19.4 because of our extension on the unmarked trail. It's not on the map to a new campsite 17. So we basically got about maybe 6 to 7 kilometres to go. And here we are underneath the beaver dam. And it's just about as tall as Kitty. So we're 4.5k from our end point at campsite 4, which is there. We don't need to use the washroom. And how long have we been going, Kitty?
5.5 hours.
5.5 hours. Just doing one of the little diversions. Look at that. Kitty, how long have we been going?
We have just passed the 6-hour mark.
So 6 hours and 42 minutes, and we did 20 odd K because we went lost. Happy with that, don't feel too bad. Ran out of water, gonna go back to the car till tomorrow's adventure. Gibson!
Gibson!
This has been a Hungry Cat production 2025.